in the process of Batman going after him, Bane picked him up. I said I wasn't going to tell it. I got to tell it. Bane picked him up and broke his back. Snapped it. He went back and regrouped and got healed. And was able to come back and defeat his enemy. I wonder today, is there anyone under the sound of my voice that's willing to be healed? That's willing to admit that I've been in a battle and I've cried about this thing over and over. And I'm tired, Pastor Charles. I'm tired of crying about it. I've been mad and fussed at people and been bitter with people and been abrasive with people. And it's all because I've been hurt. Hurt by life. And then I turned to the church and thought the church was going to mend me and put me back together. And I got hurt by the church. Are you willing to regroup and be healed? Paul says, I pursue him that I may apprehend him. And I count not myself, I'm going to be real with you. I count not myself to have apprehended, but this one thing, brethren, I do. And this is the challenge. Brethren, all of the people that have hurt me, all of the supervisors that have done me wrong, all of the family members that turned their back on me, said they were going to help, and God, I looked for them, and they never showed up. And then they got on the phone with Aunt Sue and talked about me. Said I need to go get a job anyway. All of those people that wronged me, those people, Paul said, that put stocks on my hands and stocks on my feet. Those prison guards that hit me in my face. Those people that spat in my face and said, you name the name of Christ. Those people that looked me in my face and said, you'll never amount to anything. You're going to be just like your daddy. You're going to be just like your mama. He wasn't nothing, she ain't nothing, and neither will you be. And it hurt me so bad. And I wanted to give up and throw in the towel. And I went in my room and cried. That husband that looked me in my face and said, I no longer want to be married to you. You're not good enough for me. That wife that looked me in the face and said, you'll never be man enough for me. I'm leaving you here with the kids and going with somebody else. And it left me broken. It left me hurt. It left me wounded. And I cried. Paul said, this one thing I do. I don't have the power in my hand to smite them and they die. I don't have the power to manipulate their world and pay them back. Because see, what happens is you start trying to manipulate somebody else's world and mess up your own. The word of God says, whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. And so you allow life to cause you to become bitter and start trying to mess up somebody else's world and rock your own. Paul says, I know that I cannot afford to do that. But Pastor Charles, you don't know how the church hurt me. You don't know how they looked me in the face and said, I can make you or break you. And if you push me, I will break you. You don't know. So After that, how am I supposed to trust another leader? It's either work your way through it or live the rest of your life locked up. It's either work your way through it or never reach your full potential. And I've been there. I've experienced it. I've lived it. Thank God I don't look like what I've been through. Paul says, this one little thing, church, I do. Forgetting those things that are behind. But it's rough. It's rough, Pastor Charles. That thing hurt me so bad. And as I was preparing this message, the Lord had me to look at my arm, and my left arm is very badly scarred. It's a nice little ugly scar. And God said to me that many of the believers that you will be ministering to this month have scars like that on their hearts. God says, but tell them like you. Let it be a reminder to them that it didn't kill them. It left you wounded. It made you cry. It made you hurt. Oh, you had to lay down and pull the covers over your head and you didn't even want to get up. And every time you think about how bad it hurt you, the scar is there. But God said, tell a 21st century church it did not kill you. And the reason it did not kill you is because I have purpose for your life. God said, and I knew that if I let the test come, I knew that if I let the trial come, you wasn't going to just lay down and die. God said, I had confidence in you. God said, I had confidence in you, Danielle. God said, I had confidence in you, young blood, that you would not lay there and die, but you would let this situation not make you bitter, but let it make you better.